2008 through 2014 Mercedes C300 lower oil pan is leaking. I'm Brian from How to Automotive. I'm going to show you how to reseal that lower oil pan. So you need to get the front of the vehicle up as high as you possibly can. If you're doing this at home, use floor jacks and jack stands and jack it up on the jack points. And once you get it jacked up, the next step is going to be to remove the lower splash shields here. I went ahead and did this already. They're just some 8mm bolts around the perimeter of the shields, and then go ahead and drop those down. Now we need to get the oil draining. We're going to use a 13mm socket and pull out the drain plug here. So while the engine oil is draining out here, what I like to do is take the splash shields and get them all cleaned up. They're going to be soaked with oil, especially if yours is leaking like mine was. I like to use the pressure washer to get it all cleaned up. It makes quick work of that. You can use a parts washer or rags, whatever you want to use to clean it up, but go ahead and clean that up. And then also I'm going to change out the copper O-ring that goes on the drain plug here. So I'm going to change it out with a new one. And now that it's all drained, I'm going to go ahead and reinstall that and tighten that down. So you want to tighten it down to it's snug, and about a quarter turn or so more, you kind of feel that little copper washer crush a little bit. So now we're going to use an E10 Torx socket here to remove the bolts holding the lower oil pan on. So you're just going to follow around the perimeter of the pan, removing the bolts. To make quick work of that, I like to use my Milwaukee 3/8 drive impact gun here. It's really efficient for these types of jobs. So go ahead and just work around and remove all the fasteners on the pan. So once you get all the bolts removed from the pan, to get it down, there's a little spot in the right hand corner where you can thread in a 6mm by 125 thread bolt here and thread it into the little hole here. And what that does is it pulls the pan off the bottom of the upper oil pan. So as you screw it in, it'll pull the pan down. So once you get it pulled down a little bit, there's a little gap. Then you can use a pry bar or a screwdriver or a scraper type tool. Put it in between the pan, top half and lower half, and give it a little pry. And then you can go ahead and work the rest of the pan down like this. You also want to make sure that your bucket's right underneath to catch any oil that still may be in the pan. Now that the pan's off, we need to clean up the surface here on the bottom of the upper oil pan. So you can use razor blades to scrape off all the old silicone. You're also going to clean up the bottom half by scraping off all the silicone that's on the bottom half of the oil pan. And I like to use a roll-lock disc with a air die grinder here and buff off the silicone. Makes quick work of that. And just work your way around. And you don't want to, like on the top portion here, you don't want to stay in one spot too long. You want to keep the tool moving. So go ahead and clean up the top and bottom. And then after you get it all cleaned up, before we put it back on, we're going to re-silicone the pan. So you're going to put a bead all the way around. I use the Right Stuff made by Permatex. I will link this up in the description of the video. So you're going to put a thin bead all the way around the pan. And after that, you're going to make sure that all the bolts and hardware are all cleaned up and oil free. I just use a can of parts brake cleaner to do that, and then rags to clean it up and dry it all off. And now that I got my pan all prepped and ready to go back up, I want to give the upper oil pan here one final wipe down and make sure it's as dry as I possibly can get it. One of the things I like to do is actually take these apart, at the evening, the night before, and then let it drain overnight and drip overnight. That makes it a lot easier to go back together the next day. Now that the top half is all dried up and clean, go ahead and install the pan back into position and start all the bolts. I like to start a few of these by hand and then use my little 3/8 impact gun to run all the bolts up until they're snug. So I'm not tightening the pan down with the impact gun here. I'm just running them in until they're snug. I like to run these up in a crisscross pattern to make sure that everything goes up nice and even. Now I'm going to go back over all the bolts in a crisscross pattern, working left, right, and I'm going to do this all by hand with a hand ratchet and a little extension here until they're all snug and tight. Now that we got all the oil pan bolts re-secured and tight and the drain plug reinstalled and tight, we can go ahead and install the lower splash shields and tighten up all the bolts. Now with the shields reinstalled, I got the vehicle back down on the ground. I'm going to remove this top engine cover here, the front half of it, and I'm going to change out the oil filter. So I'm going to take the oil filter housing off. I'm using a special socket that fits over the oil filter housing here. You do not want to use pliers on these. You could crack them or break them or strip them out. So use the proper socket. I will link it up in the description of the video. So you'll go ahead and spin that all the way out, and then you're going to have a rag nearby, and then lift the oil filter up and out, and then catch it with a rag like this to help prevent oil falling or spilling all over the engine bay. Now you can go ahead and pull off your filter, and you're going to install a new filter, and you're going to change out all the seals on the filter housing here. And the new filter comes with everything. I will link it up in the description of the video. So when I install these filters, I like to take my finger and dip it in a little bit of oil and put it on the seal here, and then screw the filter down into the housing here and tighten it up. Once again, you want to use that oil filter socket that fits over the housing here and tighten that up. You're just going to tighten it down until it bottoms out and snug. Once you get it all tightened up, then you can go ahead and just give it a quick little wipe down and make sure that there's no oil or debris anywhere. And once you get it all cleaned up, then we can go ahead and take off the oil cap here. Now you can fill the vehicle up with 8 liters of Mercedes approved full synthetic motor oil. I will put a link for it in the description also. Now you can start the vehicle up, double check your level, and after that's been checked and you're determined that it's good, you can install the top engine cover here by just lining it up and pressing it on. That'll complete the job of replacing the lower oil pan on this Mercedes here. I got a tool store that I wanted to share with you guys. I'll put a link for it in the description also. I'm Brian from How To Automotive. I'd like to thank you guys for watching my videos, encourage you to subscribe, invite you to head over to the howtoautomotive.com website for more valuable videos like this. Thank you again for watching.